It's been an absolute pleasure to partner with the St Hilda's team in support of their Microsoft Surface Education Technology program and have the opportunity to contribute toward and participate in fantastic events such as the St Hilda's Summit. St Hilda's has developed a wonderful culture of innovation and a real desire to see learning reimagined in a way that directly benefits their students and staff. The team are also generous in sharing their knowledge by actively engaging with the local, national and global education community.
We here at St Hilda's spark extraordinary futures by preparing students for life beyond school. Our goal is to meet every student at their point of need, and in order to do that we differentiate the things that we provide for our students in the classroom. We were really cognizant when we looked at what our device structure would be, so we looked at the pedagogical needs of our students right down from our 3-year-olds and what technology looks like in that space to our 18-year-old girls who are entering into the workforce or tertiary education. We chose Surface because we found the writable technology was very important to us from a pedagogical point of view, that ability to grab a stylus and write on a screen. We also chose Surface because we're a Microsoft school and we're able to project anywhere within our school, and that's very important for us. We love the fact that our girls can take over the learning by projecting to the screen or engaging in group work from a screen. We were also very cognizant that Surface provides us an opportunity to have a differentiated device structure depending on the needs of our students. So that means that we can have our Surface Go's in our younger years for our smaller students with the smaller devices. It means we have the Surface Pros for our younger secondary, and then a more powerful tool for our students in the years 10, 11 and 12 as they're entering into ATAR.
We are the only school in Australia at the moment that has a compulsory entrepreneurship program that runs from year 5 to year 10. In year 5, they start with really small me problems and they understand what it is to be an entrepreneur, how we do entrepreneurial thinking, and just sort of landing in that space because it's a new space. So it really gives the girls a chance to dip into the world without judgment, have a go, have a voice, work as a group, learn to work with others, because when you get out in this big work world, you can't choose who you are aligned with and how to make that work successfully. And if they can leave us with the confidence to do that, to solve a problem, to pitch it and to work with others, then we're ticking a big box for them going forward.
So being the Director of Teaching and Learning here at St Hilda's, I have one main goal, and that's to have a quality teacher at the front of every classroom. And in order for me to have a quality teacher in that front of every classroom, I need to make sure that we are developing those staff and making sure that their professional learning is up to date but also relevant. And so one of the ways that we do that is our professional learning strategy, which is called Evolve the Expertise, and it links to one of our pillars. One of those pillars is our Summit Day, where we have what we call the Evolve the Expertise Summit, and it is by teachers and for teachers. As technology is so evolutionary, we need to make sure that we stay on top and up to date. So we need to do regular check-ins with our staff so that they know exactly how to use their devices for the best part of teaching and learning.
As you can see in some of my classes today, the girls have been able to use multiple different programs to show us their learning or to show us their design process or to show us their ideas at the end. They can use their pens, they can flip their devices, they can use them as notebooks. That sort of technology for us is so important because we can't do what we want to do if we didn't have it. At St Hilda's, we're pretty blessed because we have computers right across the school, and by the time they get to me, they're on a Microsoft Pro, which means that they can do absolutely everything. We obviously use a lot of apps and devices when we're using them, and if we didn't have a Surface Pro, there's no way that we would be able to have the functionality that we have in the classroom. So we're very lucky to have it. I don't know how I'd do my lessons without it.
We chose Compnow because we felt that they were the provider who could offer us more than just devices. Often when we get invited out to sessions or you do a networking, we're often speaking to each other and speaking to other people in this space, and the first thing that they say is, do you know Al, are you a Compnow school? And so you start to have this little tribe of people who go to the same events, and we all share and discuss and collaborate in that space. Perth is a very small environment and it's a very small city, so we do often collaborate with the other Compnow schools to say, come along to the summit, or what are you guys doing, what's your device structure, and we're all open and willing to share in that space. Compnow for us was not just about providing us with devices on tables, it was providing us support. So I know that I can pick up the phone to Lara or Al at any point in time, and there will be an ear to listen, to offer support and guidance, and even just to bounce some ideas off of. And they're willing to share what they've experienced, not only in West Australian schools, but national schools, and come back and give us that information and help us in our journey also. We love working with Al. He's not pushy, he's very kind. He comes from a teaching background, which is wonderful because he understands the pedagogy and he understands how education works. And all of that combined makes it a fantastic relationship and to work with Al. I think in education at the moment that educators are taking back their teaching, and it's an exciting time to be in education. For a long time, there were a lot of people who came out and told us what we should be doing, and all these educational thought leaders. We don't use the term education expert, we use the term teacher. And it's exciting that teachers are now taking control and taking back and doing what we know works in the classroom.